Y'all want to know something, man? People tire me out. Not even tire me out. I'm never tired, bro. Like, but it's like people. I get tired of hearing when people say, hit you with this." They say, when you come into my life, you supposed to add value or some shit like that. Like, prime example. Okay, I was doing my walk the other day, probably like a couple months back. I was about a couple months back. I was walking right, and it's like it was a bag. This how I always put it into life perspective. It was a trash bags in the middle of the road, like a busy road, one of them busy roads where cars constantly go by. And when it was in the road, it was a bunch of trash in it. I don't know where the fuck it came from. But this how I look at people when they see problems and won't say nothing about it. Everybody constantly driving over the bag or driving around it. You may see a couple people go around it or go on top of it. The problem is, what I'm saying is, a lot of people out here want other people to see something like okay, somebody will see something that know that it needs to be done, and say it's not my job. It don't matter if it's not your fucking job. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. That's the problem, everybody. I keep saying to people, bro, do it anyway, bro. Like people sitting there driving over the trash bag, making the fucking problem worse. Because you see that something is wrong with it, but you won't say nothing. So I had to call the law enforcement or the health inspector, whatever they call them motherfuckers. I had to call them and say, hey, somebody keep driving over the fucking damn bags. And I'm not finna jump out in the traffic and grab it because I didn't have my gloves, I didn't have nothing on me. But I did something about it. That's the problem I keep saying with a lot of y'all people. Y'all will see a problem and y'all will avoid it. And then when somebody that special come into your life, you will expect them to come tell you something that you been knew, but never had the courage to say anything about it. Y'all gotta wild the fuck up, man, bro. Like literally, y'all do. I done seen people out here that know up, like even with their cars. Prime example, they'll say, like somebody tell me, oh, when you get your first car, get a car that got miles on it. I'm sorry, I don't like any fucking thing that's used. I don't even like used clothes. Getting a used car is like getting used clothes to me. Somebody done had it, fucked it up, had their time with it, and said, okay, now I want to put it up for sale. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Anybody that tells you to get a car that got miles on it, it's because they want you to be less than them. That's all that is. They want you to be less than them. I prefer everybody that get a car, get a brand new fucking car with no miles on it. Even if your credit fucked up, still go for a car that ain't got no miles on it. You gotta spend money. You get what you pay for. You want to be a cheap motherfucker your whole life? Be that. But I don't want to be that. I like what I pay for. I like expensive things, and I'm willing to. And the reason why I like it because I work for it. I'm gonna buy my expensive shit. But still, that's off topic. Stop avoiding y'all problems. Stop seeing something and say, you know what? I'm gonna walk over this way. I'm gonna walk over that way. Stop doing that. Just stop. So many people was riding over that damn trash bag and it was aggravating me so bad. So I had to call them. I had to. If y'all see a problem, let it be known. Don't sit there and say, don't sit there and expect someone to tell you something that you already know about yourself. You see the problem. Everyone there can see it, but you'll sit there and say, you're not helping me do this. No, you see the problem. Man, it done been days where I worked the whole day in the hot ass heat with no food in my belly or a drink in my belly. To the point I was catching cramps and pissing blood. So don't be sitting out here saying you can't do nothing. A lot of y'all are just lazy. That's all it is. You're making excuses. Stop it. Get the fuck up. But anyway, stop avoiding problems. Stop expecting someone else to come tell you a problem that you already knew that exists. You're adding more problems to another thing. If I sit there and know my car says change oil, but I choose to ignore it, then somebody else come in my house and I want to put the blame on them and say, oh, you knew this was going on. No, you ignore the problem. I done seen so many people out here knew something was going on in their house or something, and they avoided the fucking problem until somebody else came in the house and said, oh, why you ain't never get this fixed? Why you ain't never did it? You saw the problem but couldn't get it fixed. Come on now, bro. Stop it. Wise up.